Good afternoon again from Yummy BTV. It just started to drizzle down here. And I'm travelling again today, I think. So that I don't have to travel too far tomorrow. But sending you loads of love as usual. Now, this one's a bit on request and it's been well overdue. And it involves, obviously, my big brother, Tony Argent, and the supposed altercation come fight with Danny Reece, who was Linda Calvey, the supposed Black Widow, is co-defendant on that case that I believe he served life for, right? And Linda was wrongly convicted. That's what we say. A little bit about that to start, before I start saying what I'm saying, is that Linda Calvey only actually ever met him once before he was in prison, before he was out on day release that day. So I don't know where she'd have had the powers of persuasion to get Daniel Reese to assassinate one of her ex-partners. So no, we're wholeheartedly behind Linda Calvey. And like I told you, we will be getting that interview on the table with her in Yummy BTV fashion. Now look, Danny Reece, right? Done a lot of time. Hard geezer, very, very strong, right? Without a shadow of a doubt. And quite a big name from that area there, from the beginning of time, probably up until the present. Can't really give you a real reason why I understand why. Right. One before the case with Linda Calvey, remember, he got convicted of a sexual assault of some kind. He got found guilty, tied him up. One was 15, one was a lady. And his mitigating circumstances were that he did it to humiliate them for taking a piss out of him. So that's why he included the sexual gratification into that case. I would suspect that would be where he was coming from, not the ideal defense. Now, then he goes to prison for the Linda Calvey thing. Now, the stuff in prison was this. Look, he went on trial for allegedly tying up another inmate and rumping him, basically, and sexual assaulting him and raping him, right? I think that he got convicted, right? Let me know if I'm wrong on this. But there was also another allegation in Wandsworth where he was meant to have pulled the sheet back on. But I don't know about all that. That could be hearsay, it could be rumour, and that kind of stuff. But then if you use that in an earlier trial with gratification of, you know, in the way that you like to settle scores, then why would you have done it in prison to men as well? But obviously, whatever tickles your fancy. So you lot are calling legendary status. He was hard, he was this and that. Look. What happened with Tony Argent was this. Fact, 100%. Tony Argent was getting sick of certain big-name criminals walking round the yard with him with their hands round him. Danny, all right, come with me. And I'm talking about big faces who we talk about on Yummy BTV that Tony A had the ump about, thinking that, hold on, he's this and he's that. He's alleged to have done those bits in prison. He might have been found guilty on one of them. But you lot are befriending him like he's like, you know, he's up there with the so-called hierarchy of the criminal fraternity. What took place was this. Tony Argent was eyeballing him all day, right? I think they might have known each other on the outside. I'm not really sure. I'm not here to discuss that. What happened was, when they came off the yard, Tony Argent walked up to him in front of 15 people outside where the kitchen is. The showers are a little bit more away from the kitchen, right, in the Cays. And Tony Argent said, listen, I don't like you, mate. To me, you're a bacon bonds, right? He just said it blatantly to his face, yeah? He goes, yeah, you can rough up that, and you can rough up that, rough up that. Do you want to come into the recess with me and have it with me? That's what was basically said. And Danny Reece didn't want to know, mate. He's way out of his league. It's not worth asking me whether Danny Reece could do Tony Argent or anything. There's not many people that I've ever met that would be able. Not because he's my brother. He's just got, his soul's too fucking deep. There's going to be too much hassle there. And that what you're talking about there ain't got the soul and the heart of Tony Argent. And in front of everyone, he didn't want to know. Yeah? That's how it went. So there wasn't really a fight. It was Tony wanted to fight and Danny Reece didn't, right? So I'll be up later on. going live tonight. I love you all dearly.